I don't care, but can I say one thing?
Yes, please do.
That's been on my mind.
Uh-oh.
So last time you guys had me out
Oh, here we go.
on the podcast, we were doing like a segment. We were doing like a segment where I was like roasting like different parts of the show or like bad takes, things like that.
Yeah.
And Curtis was wrapping up the podcast. I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "So,
Had
do you
your
have
earplugs in, right?
Yeah. I had no idea.
The entire podcast.
He was
He's
like, "So, Caleb, you have any other things that you want to roast us for?" And I thought that we were just still going, and I was like, "Yeah, honestly, your thumbnails kind of suck too."
Yep.
Or whatever, something kind of mean. And then Curtis was like, "All right, that's it for this one." And I was like, "Wait, no, I can't end on that." So I just wanted to say something that I really respect about each of you guys.
Oh, I like that.
That people might not know as someone who knows you guys off camera. So, Curtis, I don't know if I've ever met someone who is as generous with your time as you are.
Fair.
Curtis is someone that
100% fair.
is so down to help people and expect absolutely nothing in return that it's almost shocking. Like at first you're almost like, what are you getting out of this? Like what's the angle if you're a cynical dude like me? And the reality is he's just that kind-hearted.
Beyond.
Accurate.
Curtis is such a good friend.
We
and if you
talked about it
need
all through the expo.
anything like at any time, and sometimes I have to be like, all right, that's too much of Curtis's time. Like what? Like I don't want to abuse the guy over here. But no, seriously, I do. I'm like, oh man, this is your time. But you are so willing and able. Like I need to move out of the new building, like a huge pile of demo, and I'm like, Curtis, can you come help me, please? And I know you'll be there. And I genuinely appreciate. I think we all do.
You don't have to ask. Today, like when we did the loading truck, like Curtis, I'm about to take Ricky, and Curtis is like, I got it.
Yeah.
Just like, I'll do it. I know I don't even own the expo, but I'm on it. And it's just like, geez,
You care about people.
Thank you.
You really do, right?
Yeah. It's always people first, money last.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's how I do it. So.
Good.
In a similar way,
Yeah.
Chris, you've been so generous with your knowledge with me.
Yeah.
Over the years, man. Like your career inspires me so much. The way that you've been successful in not just one thing, but multiple things, right? Convention and stores. It seems like and online stuff, right? Whatever you set your mind to, you have success in. And I just feel really lucky to have access to someone like you because you are where I would love to be.
Thank you, man.
In 10 years or what. Maybe it'll take me 50. Who knows?
Thank you.
But I'm really inspired by your journey.
Yeah, you're a knowledge house. You really are.
You really are.
I appreciate that. I love, since I was young, I've always loved entrepreneurship. And I think in high school, I wrote my senior project was on like how to write a small business plan. I don't know. That was my senior project.
Gooner's Paradise.
Here I am creating Gooner's Paradise. That's so cool. So when I see like, you aspiring or you cutting the cord here and you someday maybe doing it and you wanting to open a convention, they are like the things that I love to talk about. And I think I was even mentioning to you at the show, like, what do you think about this idea of maybe getting paid to do that? Like, is there a way to maybe help people? That's how I like to help people. But maybe there's a way to help people, like where you create a website, where like people could like come in and like download like a PDF or something like that with a business plan template or something.
And that's the business mind at work again.
I know, just working constantly.
He's
That's
still
the
working,
first thing I
Even during the compliment.
But thank you. I appreciate that. I'm happy to provide that information.
And man, Riff, I got to say, you are the hardest working person I've ever met. I think for a lot of people, I know like we were talking about the, moving on to this next stage. And for a lot of people, you're right that the 9-to-5 is a safety net. I wouldn't be surprised if for you look back on it as more of a shackle. Because I think for someone with your work ethic, now removed from that, you'll be free to fly as high as you could possibly want to go, man. Not only that, your family is incredible. They're crazy about you. On and off camera, you're the exact same person. And I've got a lot of respect, not only for your work ethic, but also your integrity and your character in this industry.
I appreciate it. I would say more, but I already feel myself getting emotional.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Keith, we just met, but you seem lovely.
Don't forget
Well,
Ben, too.
I kind of like you, too. You seem like you're, not as bad as everyone else says. Like Aaron said, like crazy.
You wouldn't believe the number of people, like that's the first thing everyone wants to say to me.
What?
It's like, you know what? Keep your head up, man. Like, ignore what everyone else thinks about you.
I mean, I'll give you a compliment, which is like, I've known you for a while now, and I don't know why you get so much hate. I genuinely don't. Like, when I'm with you, and I know we've talked about this, but you are like the most genuine, like, nice, down-to-earth
just
person
straight up
ever. Like,
honest.
there's nothing like, yeah, you are so honest and so, like,
Just
Day one,
Like,
that's what I tell
as
everybody.
kind
Your
as it
biggest
gets.
flaws, you're the most honest person in the
Absolutely.
entirety of YouTube.
Sometimes too much. What were
But that's true. But you
Yeah.
are. You're not going to lie to anybody
No.
to make them feel a certain way. You're going to be honest. You're going to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And that's like extremely respectable. And like we said, in the world of reselling, it's extremely under like something that most people aren't willing to do because sometimes business does feel sleazy. Sometimes business doesn't always look pretty. But you're going to tell them the truth, no matter if it's pretty or ugly and doesn't look right. I'll tell you to your face so you know what I'm paying, so you know what I'm getting, so you know how much I might not make.
Right. And
You're
like-
just going to tell them.
like you were saying earlier, like you have relationships with these store owners because you're just you're just upfront about it. You're not trying to weasel your way into something. You're just being honest and you're being yourself, which says volumes about your character. So
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you guys.
And, shout out to Ben as well.
No, I want to say for, I mean, Ben
Ben.
too. I mean, Ben is, he's with there with Curtis. I mean, he never
So-
blinks an eye at helping, never wants a thing in return. If anything, Ben will show up to help on whatnot week after week. Doesn't want anything. Not only doesn't want anything, he doesn't want to sell any items, but he brings things. I got you guys food. I got you guys cake. Anybody want anything?
Wow.
Super giving.
Like, we need to hang
Ben-
out more.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Ben,
And Keith,
Sure
Ben,
good.
thank
Keith as
you
well.
for doing our email blasts for SoCal because
Yeah.
I know those are the most tedious. Like,
You know
just
what? You
like
get
Ben.
into a rhythm, and they're not that.
But
bad.
every time I just send you like a thank you with like a happy emoji because I'm just like, thank you, Ben,
I get
so
it.
much,
You
man.
got-
I appreciate
you
it
got a lot
so
of stuff
much.
to do. So yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I literally-
thank you.
I
know it's not
landed-
enjoyable.
I didn't have my rental car yet, and I text Ben and I was like, "Hey, what are we doing?" And he's like, "Well, I'm doing whatever we're doing." Like he just like dropped everything to be right there, right?
And you were the exact same way this entire weekend. Again, we've only got to know you maybe in the past year, but you have never even during the convention. There were times where I walk by and I'm like, I feel like Keith is working harder than me. And every time I ask what you need, you're like, I got you. I got you. No matter what the question was. I probably complained more as the owner. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm this. Oh my gosh. And you're just like, I'm on it. I'm on it. How can I help? How can I, without an inch of complaining. So
That's what I came for, though, right? Like I came to help you guys and to learn from you. So, like the same you're talking with Chris, like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You are also really good at getting things done.
Yeah.
Like, I feel I'm pretty good at like doing things. Like, okay, this is the system for how to make this happen. But like, I would watch you work, and I'd be like, that's better than I could do it. Like the way you were doing it, like you
Not a
do it
numbers
better.
guy, but he is a
Like,
hang.
Oh,
Like, to get
do
things
whatever you
done-
do, don't make me count money.
Yeah.
But
same.
Yeah.
Same.
I only say that because I was hanging around Keith. And he was like, "Don't put me anything with money."
It's like-
We're like,
was
"Hey,
that your Canadian
Yeah, it's
accent?
bad. It's bad. It was bad.
Was that
I was, bro, saying Keith is crazy, dude.
Like when we were moving the skate ramp in and that thing got stuck under, then I went down there to fix it. I was almost just like, Keith, just you. I know you could get this fixed
You got
quicker
it.
than I could. You got it fixed, and I was like, you're just good at.
Well, I
getting
appreciate
things
it.
What we
done.
need to
Don't
realize
blow
too
your
is
back
like
up.
we all hit the jackpot. Like even the people extended to Ricky. I mean, he's my best friend in the world.
And he
And
has
I
complex
couldn't have a
iconic
better
person,
friend.
too.
To Retro Rick, to you guys. Like I was in the elevator yesterday at the Westin, and it was after the show, and some guy walked in, like, and he was like, "Hey, I just went to the show," and like out of nowhere, he just started being like, "You guys have no idea how lucky you guys are."
yeah, we talked about that earlier
Yeah.
today, right?
Yeah.
The group that you guys have, and I feel honored to get to be a part of it, is amazing. Like how you guys interact, how you guys joke around with each other, how you spend time together and have those genuine connections is something that a lot of people don't get in this world. They don't get a bunch of bros like you guys have.
I feel beyond blessed. I've lived in different places, different cities. There's been different times, you go through college. Like when I lived in Vegas, for instance, I didn't end up with I was there for 6 years and I never had like a good crew of guys. I had like some guys that I would hang out with here and there. But when you have what we have here, God, it is like the best thing on earth. One of the best things.
And
on
it
earth.
extends.
Yeah.
I mean, you have been unbelievably. I fight for you with people all the time when people talk anything about you because I'm like, you don't know the Caleb that I know.
Oh,
I
that's
know
nice.
Caleb more than any of, probably most of the YouTubers because we work together 24/7. I'm like, probably the most generous human being. Not just with your time, but
100%.
even with your money.
I
which we
appreciate
all
that.
say everyone makes jokes about, but you'll be the first one to give it away.
Yeah. Just
mean-
in our like
Oh, yeah,
limited
you're giving away money, dude?
interactions.
I never
like,
got away.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of things are like that aren't seen. Like I was in Georgia. We went to that one convention, that small one. You might have been on camera buying out all the vendors, but behind the scenes, he literally bought pizza for the entire convention.
Wow.
Wow, did you really?
Literally.
That's a little bit.
No, but I'm saying like, bro,
10
you
pizzas.
It was like 10
bought
pizzas, and it was a
500
smaller.
pizzas?
But
was
it
like-
doesn't matter because
Every person that walked up, it was free.
But it
That's
doesn't
awesome.
matter because you're not doing it to be seen or to
Yeah.
have someone tell the story.
And honestly, I
am.
You don't even remember it because I don't know if you obviously don't. Like you said, we've just kind of started to interact now. But really rad weekend 2 years ago, I was having flight issues. They'd canceled my first flight, and you were down at the entrance to the convention, and I came down and I bumped into you and I said hi, and I told you the story, and you were busy. But your interaction with me, like you cared that you were worried that I wasn't going to have a flight out, and like we talked later on, and you asked me about it, right? And
remember.
you were like you were genuinely busy. I saw you being busy. You were on your phone doing stuff. And we had a very limited interaction, but I could tell right then that you just cared about people. Like you
Oh, good.
do,
I'm glad.
right?
Yeah.
The way
So-
that you were talking about some of my, that actually what got me thinking about, am I a little bit too direct is when you were talking about like some viewer interactions that I've had in the past of like being too direct of like, hey, like I'm trying to get this like shot or this thumbnail, but let's talk after or whatever. That's how it goes in my mind.
Yeah.
But I do wonder sometimes if it's like,
I think you just need to give yourself flowers more. You know what I mean? Like give yourself props, bro.
Yeah.
oh, I appreciate it.
That's
I
what you
agree.
need to do.
It's honesty. Like you said, if that's the honest truth, you're being honest.
If you guys
Right?
are
It's
out
better
there,
than me smiling while saying something that's not true, right? Oh,
yeah.
Good to see it. Obviously, it is good to see. Like, I got to go do this, but really, I'm just in a hurry and don't want to tell them
Yeah.
that I feel bad that I have to leave. But you're just like, I genuinely have to go. I'll see you later.
I think that's the
like-
hardest thing is trying to acknowledge
Yeah.
your flower. Like when I say give yourself flowers, trying to acknowledge your successes.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Like
You
Miley
just gotta-
Cyrus, I can buy myself flowers. What's that song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Kind of that, right?
We should wrap it up. We got really sappy and you got tears.
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
eyes.
yeah. Yeah.
Almost made me cry, you idiot.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, go subscribe to their channels over there, and I just want to say all the full audio episodes will be updated someday. Thank you guys for coming to SoCal. Appreciate the community a ton, and love you guys.
Thank you. Retro World coming up.
Oh yeah, Retro World. Please go to Retro World.
Don't,
I
I'll
mean,
be plugging the heck out of it
yeah,
on
we're gonna be
Pixel Game
plugging it
Squad.
on everything. So
Nice.
anyway, guys, see you guys soon.
All right. Thank you, Caleb. That was
Love it.
great.
Wow,
Great way to end
that
it,
was
man.
a nice way to. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Oh no.